That was easy.
Oh,
So first up is fire department. Rodney?
maybe he had a fire.
Hadn't seen him. Didn't see him
Okay.
up there anywhere.
He was there,
In the office or down that one?
down that way.
Yeah, I was just in the office, I didn't see him. Once he went out.
Do you want to move that down, Tom, or do you
Sure.
wanna leave
We
it?
can come back with it. He
Let's
won't be standing for very long. He's only 10
put
days
it
out.
under mowing for now.
Yep.
Roads?
End of next week, looks like they're gonna start putting the gravel down on East Waldo Road. And hopefully we'll be doing the grading at the same time.
Okay.
And that's it for roads.
Did we have anything on the Bonnie Terre Road, any updates?
I haven't even been over there.
Okay. I didn't know if we should wait for Kelly because I didn't know if she had an update on bills from them. If we've received anything new from Works. That was in question last meeting. Have they been back over there? Do you know?
I've had kind of a busy week. I haven't been in.
Last I heard they had.
Okay, so still no movement on Bonnie Terre Road. Does anyone have any questions on roads? Oh, Kelly, perfect. Did you get any new bills from Works for Bonnie Terre Road? Okay, and have they been back over?
They have
that you
not.
know? Okay.
Is Rodney out there?
Is Rodney out here? No, he stopped by earlier.
Oh, okay.
He was first up on the list, so we figured.
Oh, yeah, he stopped, he just said he was supposed to look at, the bills that I had
Okay,
and make sure they were his.
so then we can go back to that, Tom, because we can.
He probably will be back. He just had a knee
All right.
replacement.
So then for what I had for fire department, what we were talking about kind of coming to a agreement on whether it was going to become a municipality or whether we were going to leave it volunteer for now. My vote is to leave it volunteer for now. We have support from other surrounding towns and I don't think we have enough reasoning to make it a municipality and incur the extra fees that might happen with salary.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I've looked into it, that becomes a slippery slope on employment for full-time fire, what we have to pay for them. It was a matter of insurance, which is what I looked into, but we are fully insured through the town for the fire department. So in my opinion, I would hold off on making the fire department specifically a municipality at this time, but I don't know how you feel about that.
That's my feeling as well.
It
We
is.
wanna wait for Ian to,
Yeah, we can make a vote when he comes.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions on the fire department in regards to making a municipality?
Good.
So then, yeah, snow plowing, and Earl doesn't seem to be here either with that information. But I know we were gonna try to make a
Give me a short meeting. Give me a short meeting.
tried to make a discussion on what we thought about the price.
on snow plowing?
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to have Ian here. I talked with Earl after the meeting 2 weeks ago, and I spoke with him this afternoon.
Okay.
So, last year when they put it out for bid, Earl's bid was the lowest, and the next bid was
It's like two.
what he asked for originally. It was
Yeah.
8 something or other.
Yep.
And I talked with him after the meeting, and he'd be willing to come down to 72. I don't know if he'll go lower than that or not.
Okay,
But I think and that was just me speaking with him.
right,
I think if, as a board, we offered him 7, or was he's gonna do is say no.
right. Yeah, he was up to he said he'd go down to 7,700 and he was asking for 8,000 per mile this
Right.
year. And he was at 62.77 last year, 6,277 last year.
So
And
we
he said
can-
he'd go down to what?
He said he'd do
7,200?
72, I don't know if he'll go lower than that. We talked for quite a while. He's getting older, and he does Frankfurt as well, and he said if he didn't get Waldo, he wasn't gonna do any more, he'd just do Frankfurt and be done with it. So I don't know that he's gonna move any further or not.
Okay. I don't know if you're comfortable voting on it now or waiting for Ian, but
Either way,
at 7,200, let's see what that puts us at. For the year.
he was $15.50 for the sand.
Oh,
That was the same price as last year,
okay.
and that doesn't include salt.
So it was. How many miles? 27 over. Thanks.
They come in through the walls.
Yes.
So that brings us down to 149,328, almost 10,000 from his original bid.
That's at 7,200.
Yes, 149,328. Which his original was 165,920 at 8,000, which is what he was asking for. 7,700 brought us down to 159,698, and this brings us down another 10,000. So, and we paid him 129,996 last year. So it's up 20,000.
How much should be appropriate?
Sorry,
How much should be appropriate?
for snow plowing?
Yeah.
Let's look.
I think 170, but that includes,
We actually
that includes the
went over-
stockpile.
We went over too last year, didn't we? On the sand.
Sand shed, snow plowing, and removal. Well,
I think it was 170.
this says 155,000,
Yep.
if I'm reading it right. Cause I know that was, I think that's,
Huh?
I don't know if you wanna
That
look, just to make
includes the
sure.
sand and the salt though.
Am I reading that right, that it's
No,
155? So this is snow,
That was last year, 190.
okay. So we're still under significantly?
Well, we don't know how much sand and salt's gonna be either. Cause that's in that too.
So the sand,
Is $15.50 per yard. He has a standard he puts up, but if it's a bad icy year, he may have to put up 3 times, or 1 time, or 2 times, or 18 times. So we don't, that's an
I guess it's just a little confusing because it says snow removal and sanding, but then the sand shed has something underneath.
Cause the
too.
sand shed is the building, not the
Okay.
putting up of the stockpile.
I see,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
sorry.
to like, for like repairs and maintenance.
Correct,
I see,
yep.
okay.
Yep, sorry.
No, that's, I'm learning, Kelly, I
Yeah.
know. That's why I asked. So yeah, that leaves us not even, well,
We got the report back from the engineer, so we still have to talk with Doug about getting that work done.
we got part of it done, right? An email from Doug?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So, I checked the
'Cause that
email,
really
he
needs to
did
be done.
re-spray paint the line.
He did not answer me if Earl has pulled that sand back and he was able to do the whole thing.
He probably hasn't.
And he hasn't
What is
worked
it?
on the crack issue yet.
No, he
Just
didn't,
the
he didn't know
painting.
about the crack,
Yeah.
yeah, correct.
Okay,
I didn't know if that's what you guys, I mean, if
Yes.
you're contacting Doug, or if I'm contacting him, or who's,
sorry, I thought you were.
Yep.
But if you want one of us to, we can.
yeah, I don't have the study or the, report to know what was specifically asked to do, I don't have any of that, so, from Tim,
I can pull that too. Okay, I can.
no, just the bill,
Okay,
I mean, unless
yeah,
I
I
missed
can
it, but
call
yeah.
Doug if you wanna give me his
He,
number, or,
yep,
or Tom can,
Um,
whichever.
he does only have this week, and then he's going on vacation, but he'll be back.
We can decide who wants to do it at the end of the meeting, but I can at least write his number down
One.
and find out, get him over there to patch it.
Is 930-9203.
Okay. we can decide when Ian gets here who wants to call him. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I was sending that stuff to you because I was under the impression you sort of had taken it over, but I can certainly do what needs to be done, I just need to be told that it's my job.
That's totally fine. I think
Yep.
all of us need to
Yep.
discuss who's gonna take
Yep,
care of
sure.
that.
Yep.
So what do you think about the snowplow now?
I would say if, as a board, we asked him or offered him 7,000
And see if they'll take it?
and see if he'll take it, because I got him down to 72, I don't know if he may not go any lower.
Was he coming back tonight or no? Okay. So maybe we can put that in an emailed proposal to him? Just, I'm sure he has an email.
You are you?
Well, he has a pretty big business, I think, but I'm guessing.
I don't know, I don't have an email for him. but
For
that doesn't-
Earl?
Yeah, but that
Okay.
doesn't mean he doesn't have one,
Okay,
I have his phone number, that's it.
okay.
But he might, he has an office girl,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
she probably-
I'd print it out and do a face-to-face with him.
okay, so do you wanna call him?
I'm gonna call him after the meeting tonight.
Okay. And ask if he wants to do 7,000? Okay.
I'd phrase it a little bit differently than that, but yes.
And if he doesn't, are you guys gonna give him permission to,
Well, that's what I
okay,
wanna find out. If he says no, then
What are we gonna do?
I think we have to accept it
Right.
first, but I think at this point we have to accept it. We didn't put it out to bid to anybody else, so.
Right, the lowest bid we had last year other than him was over 8. So
Exactly, so,
kind of between a rock and a hard place.
and that puts us at $149,328 again, so
You don't save much if you do the extra two, correct?
let's find out.
Say that again?
If you go down to the 7, how much more do you save over the 72?
I was just doing that.
Yeah,
math.
same.
20,
200 times 20 miles.
Yeah.
145.
Right, I know the mileage, sorry.
145, so it's 4,000.
We save about $4,000, so I
So
thought.
is it worth messing around for $4,000 with potentially losing?
You wanna pay the $4,000?
He won't get mad.
we
I just
realize-
wanna see us get the best deal for the town that we can
I
get.
understand that, I'm just saying, you
I
can
would
say
not
no
move it.
even to the,
No.
and go back up to the full 8. So.
I think if you feel comfortable asking him, and we know that we've agreed that we will pay the 7,200, if he says no,
Okay.
do you wanna vote on that? I'll make a motion to have Tom ask Earl if he'll accept 7,000 per mile instead of 7,200. If not, we'll accept the
All right,
7,200.
Okay, yeah, all right, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The 2 in favor? Okay. Hello.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a hall pass?
Nope.
So the next thing would be mowing. We're up to. We keep it moving around too.
Oops, sorry.
That's all right. We just accepted, Tom is going to ask Earl if he will take 7,000, but he's gone down to 7,200, which puts us at 149,000 roughly. So it's a savings of almost 20,000 from his original bid of 8,000. And we move on to mowing. Unless you want to do something about that.
Actually mowing, I didn't realize that Jen hadn't, from the cemetery committee, hadn't come back to any of us yet with
Right,
what, so, yeah, that doesn't really, need to- we can just skip
we're
it.
still waiting to
Yeah,
hear about
yes,
that, okay.
yes, yep.
So the cemetery committee is coming back to all of us in regards to how many cemeteries and
Their recommendations, basically.
on mowing, because we've had a problem with them being.
She did give me that last year when we put it, when I had Kitty sign her contract, I put all of what the cemetery committee all their recommendations in there, and it was very descriptive, so I don't know if it's different than.
Yeah,
that one.
we wanna hear from them before we move forward, yeah.
Kind of indirectly, with cemeteries, the entrances to Paul are bad. My wife, when she goes into the car, just scrapes the bottom of the car, because that's so,
Okay,
I don't know if you
I'm
guys-
hoping we'll have like a detailed description of what they expect to be done, the cemetery committee, so we can put that,
for the entrance,
everything.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
yes.
just,
so we
I don't know
can
if that had been-
basically
I don't know if
find
that had come
out
up yet.
what needs to be done, how we can
Yes.
address it going forward.
Because they had a proposal for the iron grate fencing as well.
Okay,
And Kitty said that, Jen said that Kitty never did that work.
Yeah, I know.
So-
And I drove past there, the night I was up here, and I meant to swing through there, and I completely.
And I don't know where or what work she was gonna do, so, but maybe we can strike a deal with her that she'll fix those hummocks that Craig was speaking about.
both the entrances are like,
Is it like,
well,
Culverts
it looks
pushing
like the dirt has come down, and then the plow truck is taking it out, it just, cause when
Oh.
the car goes
Before you
over
go in
it,
and shape like this.
I see,
it
okay.
really bottoms out as you go through, so.
and that would be something that we handle in putting gravel in, right? Okay,
It'll
that's-
probably just need to be shaved down more than put gravel in, really, cause it's such a high hump right next to the road.
okay, but that's something that the town handles as far as,
Yeah, cause it's
The
a
road
town, it was a
commissioner
town
or-
road and a cemetery entrance, so
Yes.
it's, I would imagine it's town.
But that probably would come out of the Sexton budget, I would assume, cemetery budget.
yeah, I think, which would says that we've got
It is-
14,000
it is
for
right
that
away
account,
road,
so-
too.
Well, we've got less than that because
But they spend that,
yeah, on the mowing was what, 10?
yeah, and on the upkeep, tree trimming and everything else that gets done. Tend to be over, and we tend to pay some of it from the following year because they don't have enough to do it each year.
but we put the mowing under the Sexton account, okay. Which was, she went up again, what was it, 9,500 this year?
I think it was 95 or 10.
Yeah.
Well, she asked for less, but
Kitty?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Anybody have any questions on mowing? Okay. Back to credit cards?
Yeah.
Kelly, did you find anything out from the bank?
she said, I asked her what the process was, she sent me a thing on what the process, I said specifically, will you need my credit card? I mean, my social security number, and she hasn't gotten that.
Okay, I reached out to 2 towns today to find out, just so it was fresh in my mind, about credit card situations and what they do. Trio seems to be the end-all for the majority of towns have a Trio account that does, again, it's linking their credit card to the website, does all of their, it is instead of QuickBooks.
Mhm.
So with what we're paying for QuickBooks, I don't know if we wanna look into how much the program is for Trio to see what that looks like as well and see if we can budget for it.
You're talking 20 to 30,000. to get
Yeah,
all
just
that
so we
done.
get a real, like,
Mhm.
on paper number from them too, just to see
We
what
usually
that
do every
breaks
year.
down
Yeah.
to. Okay, because I know we've all gotten emails from like Town Cloud as well, you know, so we can look into what that would cost as well and maybe compare if it's worth having QuickBooks that just does this one reporting, or if it's worth saying we're gonna have a better system that does reporting, takes credit cards, and helps with financials as well. Trio seems to be what everyone's using, but the town of Belfast, every town employee, and the treasurer does handle this, they said, gives their social security number and they're bonded through the town. So when I just wanted to give what that means, to be bonded through the town, public officials are bonded to prevent fraud, because I know that was the concern. Towns and cities are often require public officials, particularly those who handle public funds, to be bonded This protects the municipality and its taxpayers from financial loss due to a public official's dishonest act or illegal transfer of funds. The bond ensures that if such event occurs and the town is financially covered, which you would also be covered. But both towns, their treasurer handles the credit card processing, and so that kind of leaves us at, how do you feel about that?
Right, and the bonding is to protect the town if I do something, or you,
But
Oh, Diane
also,
does
it
something.
protects you, the city of Belfast told me today.
Oh,
Their,
well, MMA told me no,
Employee.
does not protect me. That the town is under no obligation to protect me whatsoever. I've gone round and round with MMA for a couple of years, because we've been, talking about doing this.
Okay. Well, again, I think it just goes back to both towns were like, well, when you sign up for certain jobs, there are certain things you sign up for with that job. Your social is obviously linked with all of our banking so far. Does someone else come in and take over that role? How does that work? How do we feel about it? How do you feel about it? Something which we can talk privately, the four of us in executive if you want. So it's, you don't have to talk about it with everyone else, or we can talk about it now, but that's something that I feel like is gonna be, we're just at a roadblock until we decide on this.
So the only question I had was, if, like, say, we use my social security number.
Yeah.
What happens if, when my term is up,
That's one of the questions.
not elected again?
Right.
How do I get my social security number out of
the system.
That was
Right.
my question.
Me too, how do
Because,
I get mine out?
Right,
right, because
You're in for life.
you've been the
I know.
longest, really the longest employee. We have obviously seen the select board turn over a lot more frequently. You seem to be more of a regular
But-
staple.
But my term's up every year.
Every
You
year.
guys are every 3.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, no, I'm up every year.
No,
No,
you're-
you're up next year because you filled the position.
right, yeah. what
It,
kind
but
of-
yes,
Yeah.
terms vary.
Yeah,
Yours can be appointed or elected.
right.
We're elected. There's tons of different things, I think, to kind of consider, but I think it's an important conversation to have because we're at a standstill, and I understand everyone's worried about safety, and again, it's not that I'm not willing to do it, but my term ends in March, so is it
Mine could too, though.
in,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my term's up in March too.
right, but then that goes back to being a town employee, and the person who already handles the finances is the one that usually does this, so.
And I'll still handle the finances, but I think we should spread the joy a little bit and have somebody else's social in there too.
I am,
You know,
I would be willing,
Mhm.
if you're not elected again, this is what we do, A, B, C, to get your social security number out of play.
Mhm.
That's all I want.
Which Donna has given us another option, which she only needs the last 4. She doesn't need a whole social security number. So again, I'm happy to do it.
It doesn't make any sense. If she can do it with the last 4, then she doesn't
Because
need
they
it.
have to verify that you're a real person. They have to
And they can
verify
do
that there's
with
a,
the last four.
yes, another credit card company that she works with will do it with the last 4. They just have to verify that you're a real human being and they need a point of contact that isn't just the EIN number or the tax ID number. They need a human being point of contact. So they need to confirm you're a real human being
And they can
somehow.
do that with the last one.
Yes. So that was the latest email from her. And again, I'm not pushing Donna. It's just she seems to give us a variety of options
Yeah.
that seem safe, and she does this every day.
And I tried calling her, I think 3 times, and the number that's on her email, I clicked on that and it goes to somebody Spanish speaking every time, and there's no way to leave a message, and I don't understand what they're saying. Because I wondered if she could just take my passport. That proves I'm a person, that proves my identity. I mean,
Right.
you don't get much more
So
proof
it's
than
your
your.
driver's license.
Yeah,
Real
well,
ID.
mine's not real, mine's not a real ID.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't get that, not yet. So that's why I offered up I was gonna offer up my passport.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
didn't see it in the email thread, but if you tried to call her, I can.
Yeah, no,
I'll text
Is
her.
this a credit card for the town?
Yes.
No,
So
it's
this-
so that we can accept.
processing, so we can accept credit cards.
So people who wanna make payments can
Right.
make it with a
Aren't
card.
Aren't you incorporated?
The town?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
If you're incorporated, you get an EIN number.
They
We
will.
have
Yes,
an
but they
EIN.
won't do it just with an EIN number. They
The
need to
town's
have,
incorporated, it has its own.
Gary, I've gone round and round for probably the better part of, well, it was since COVID, because the federal grant money that we got, how long did I fight that, Tom? I came and said, this is ridiculous, you should not need my social security number, way back during COVID, when we got all that money. And every treasurer in the state said, yep, they make you do it. And the federal government said, you either do this or you don't get the grant money. So I had to do it.
Wow.
And then when we changed banks, I had to do it for that, and then QuickBooks wanted it,
Yeah.
and then the credit card wanted it. And this is just one more thing that I shouldn't have to put my family and everything I have at risk.
As
Which-
a- No, you
I
shouldn't.
understand where you're coming from on that 100%. I just think that also when in certain positions in any job, I gave my social security number to be a select person on my W-2, like there's certain things that you
Just
just,
so you could get paid.
I understand, but I'm just saying, you put your social security number out there, multiple people have access to that. So at the end of the day, there are certain things that you take on as risk when you drive a car, when you sign up for certain positions. So the only thing I'm saying is, in the majority of other towns, the treasurer does it, and if it's something that you're not comfortable with doing the last 4 of yours, we need to decide who's going to do it, or what our other option is going to be, because that's on the list of duties when you list the duties from what the state, like the state duties for different jobs. The treasurer handles that, so, I don't know, I didn't make it up, I'm just saying,
So
this is the
it says I have to
information.
put my social security number in
It
everything that's asked
says,
So can we,
I'm surprised did the state attorney general say this is the method every town uses?
for. The federal government said that.
What's that?
The federal government has said that.
so
Yeah,
can we
okay,
get,
now,
can we get an
they said
explanation
that you
as
have to have an
how
individual
we get
using their social security number.
a person's social security number off this
Wow.
account?
absolutely, Donna will be happy to
Okay.
provide that,
Yeah.
but I wanna give you her right number, make sure you have it. Cause it's 203-826-4509. And I was just texting with her, so if it's going to a Spanish speaking person, that's,
Yep, all 3 times it did.
I wanna make sure you have the right number.
Craig, go ahead.
Just to, what you were saying about having your number scrubbed,
Yes,
there may not be a way to do that, and, because certain records have to be kept for a certain amount of time,
mm-hmm,
and that would be part of the record, so it wouldn't be, like, the moment you left, you couldn't scrub. I don't think, I don't know, but I don't think you
No, that
could.
makes sense.
You know what I mean, because that record would have to be kept for a certain amount of time to be able to
Correct.
backtrack.
No, there isn't.
which
So
is
that- so, yeah,
what leads
sorry.
me basically to saying, like, I'm not trying to pick on you, Kelly,
No,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
saying, in general, whether you're, you know, if you're a janitor, you sign up for certain duties. If you're an accountant, you sign up for certain things. The only reason I'm saying that is, I have asked other towns, I've asked MMA, it all comes back to, oh, that's a treasurer duty. So,
And I will take care
I'm
of,
not
I will,
trying to
right, and I will
say
take
it's
care
your
of all
duty.
of the duties for it. I just, that wasn't on my list 20 years ago when I was elected. And I've done it for the things that are 100% necessary for the town.
right, which is why I was wondering about you following up with the bank, because they already have your
Yeah.
social. And it doesn't seem like,
But if she's
They've
not getting
given-
back to me. I can't
right,
do
they're
that.
giving you any information.
no.
So the other thing is, which leads us back to what we already have Trio. Can they provide a credit card processing system, billing, linking to our website so that we can take payments, and how much is it going to cost?
It's costing-
Accurately, a number, a quote from them, so that we can at least
It's gonna
present
be
it.
upwards of 20 to get it going, and then probably 10 each year to renew. And Trio is nothing to brag about. All these things, Trio's like, Trio doing this, can someone help me? And you try calling Trio, you can't get through. There is no,
Diane?
And I missed part of the conversation, so I apologize.
Uh-huh.
Does Trio offer a credit card?
Yes.
Oh, they do, okay.
Yes, they
I
do. They have had it for a while. They are linked again to accept payments online on the website. They deal with all of their billing, reports, processing, and your information would already be in Trio as an employee.
When you're talking payments, I assume you mean tax payments? That are made through the website? Okay. Sorry,
Okay,
just
so
trying to
someone could
clarify.
like pay their registration, pay all of that stuff directly online through the website if they want to.
So we wouldn't, unless we get the full Trio package, which maybe that's what we have to do.
That's what I'm trying to find
Oh,
out.
okay,
Is
okay.
what part of Trio do we need
Right,
to take all of this,
okay.
and how much is it gonna cost?
Cause I was gonna say to pay for registrations and stuff, we'd have to become electronic for that, and I have to input a year and a half's worth of registration data before it would be effective online. And I don't know, I could be wrong, cause I haven't looked into it, so I don't know if those actually go through our personal website, or if that maybe goes through a state site? for
It
the
goes through the
registration?
town site
Oh, it
for
does,
Freedom.
okay.
They
Okay.
have, they
Yeah, like
have
I
it
said, I
set up.
don't really know.
No, they have it set up, she said it's very easy, they haven't had any
Yeah.
issues with it,
Oh, okay,
but again, that's
yeah, all of,
another town and I'm just trying to compare.
I think that's awfully
Freedom is
expensive
a very
for just.
small town,
right,
so we're, again, smaller, I understand that. But at least it's somewhat comparable in
Yeah.
like budget size, trying to keep taxes low.
Yeah.
That's something we all care about.
I do know that it was looked into for the vehicle registration portion, the year before I started, or the year that I did start, at town meeting it got brought up, so they looked into it. And just for that piece was gonna be like an additional 15,000.
Okay.
And for credit card processing and things like that, it would probably be
And the
more.
bookkeeping and
Right, that was
there's
the full
bookkeeping,
package.
payroll,
Right,
and,
right,
yeah.
cash receipting was also another 15 to 20.
And
We looked
maybe we
into that
could
a short
do
time
it in
ago.
pieces?
Yeah.
I wonder, like
That's
if you got it for
exactly.
credit card processing just for real estate, and then a year or two, we could do like the registration portion, you know what I mean? So that way it's not a
Yeah,
$50,000 or
I know,
however
and I
much.
think that that's kind of the bigger question is,
Mhm.
how much is it?
Yeah.
What does it provide?
Yeah.
Can we get a breakdown from someone? I don't know if you wanna ask that question,
I
you
can
wanna
try.
ask that question, but if someone
I've
can
got the
ask that
contact, I've got a
question
lady that I,
Oh, do
and
you?
give us an accurate depiction of what it,
I don't remember how long that contract was good for either.
For,
If you bought Trio and you spent whatever it was, $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000, that's not annual.
no, that was just to set up the extra.
just to set it up, and then there's an annual,
Right, and then your annual fee increases as well, like last year when we upgraded the assessing package, I think that was like 7,000 upfront to just do the assessing portion of it, and then it increased our annual like 1,500 maybe? I
I-
might be off on
I-
those numbers, but.
yeah, it's upwards of
But that's
6,000 now
yeah.
to renew every year.
I remember there were pros and cons with either system,
mhm.
Yeah.
whether it was
Yeah.
Trio or QuickBooks.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going back quite a ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there
that
might
was-
be a link as well that Intuit offers, which usually there is, that they can attach something, a web designer, someone can attach it to our website and say, we can take payments through QuickBooks. QuickBooks has its own credit card machine, so where we already have that, that might be the way to go as well. But that was the one that Donna offered in the beginning, still needs a point of contact. But if your information's already in QuickBooks and your social's already in QuickBooks, that might be the best option, pay the $8.99 a month. She already has your social in the system of QuickBooks, so you don't have to provide it to another company, if that's what you're worried about. And if we find out in the next 2 weeks that that's not the case and they don't have a good option for us, I'll provide the last 4 of mine for however long I'm here, that doesn't bother me at all. It's just not normal for what other towns do, just treasurer and this.
Yeah, no, I think that's the most efficient thing than trying to get Trio, and then that's gonna be a whole other, the training is super expensive, and it's a god-awful product. If you pay attention to the thread that goes through, nobody likes it. It's
Well, I
they-
think if a lot of other towns use it and have consistently used it,
Right,
we should.
because they have to, there's no
Right.
other choice, that's the thing.
I
There's no
would-
other municipal software.
I would still like to see what it actually costs and at least have 3 things that we could look at and say, this is a proposal from Intuit and QuickBooks. This is Trio. This is something else. Let's see what everything costs and what they provide, because again, in my opinion, we're at a standstill, and this is a time where we really should be thinking about everybody in town who also wants to be able to use a card to pay something because they can't afford to pay the whole thing. So in my opinion, that's what I would like to see is 3 proposals. If the bank doesn't get back to you in 2 weeks, ditch it. That's crazy. No one should be taking that long to get back to someone,
Yeah, no,
so.
she's-
I would like to know what QuickBooks charges, if they have a system that they can do it.
They do.
How much more it is.
Donna already told us that they do, but they still need a social security number.
But if we already have QuickBooks and she's
Exactly.
already in the system, then there's
Yeah.
no additional exposure.
Right. It's just going back to QuickBooks. It's not going to another party.
Diane?
So, and you may have already answered this, and I apologize if you
Okay.
did. So, in the event we were to do it, let's say through QuickBooks, since we have QuickBooks, so does that mean we just wouldn't have Donna as like the third party? So we
She-
would be dealing with them?
She's
getting
more for
issues?
customer service and setup. She's not gonna take your social and take it anywhere.
Right,
She's customer service and coming to bring the machine here to show everyone how to use it and to be on-call customer service for you.
right.
QuickBooks would have the information, not Donna.
Oh, right, that's
That
what I
answers
mean,
your
so we would
question.
be contacting them for customer service then?
could still
Or it
contact
could still
Donna.
go through her?
Yep.
Or- Oh, okay.
Yep,
That's
you
what
can
I was
still go
wondering,
through
is
her.
if we'd have the, like, 24/7.
The QuickBooks machine
Mhm.
was the one that was $8.99 a month, which also provided reports.
Gotcha.
And, we already have, she's given us like 5 options
Yeah.
of different companies. It's just a matter of providing a number so that we can prove that we're humans and not robots and
No,
real.
that's fine. That's fine, I just didn't know if we would lose her as customer service if we went one of
No,
those
and
routes,
if
all.
that's the option that's most comfortable.
Yeah.
I'll reach back out to her, but I think we should have, in 2 weeks, we should be able to have an answer. Yeah, I mean, I've reached out to multiple people and gotten, everybody except the state police was the slowest, to be honest. Everyone else got back to me in a very reasonable amount of time. It's just making the calls, it's a hassle, staying on people if they don't get back to you. But this is something that I don't really wanna give up on because I think it's really important for everyone to have this as an option, who can't just say, oh yeah, I have all my tax money right now, or I have my registration money right now. When people are having a hard time, they should be able to use a card. It's 2025. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I think having the card's a great idea. And I think we should get it done.
So we just need to figure out,
So who's bringing the data back? Is that you or is that Diane?
I will. I'm emailing her right
Okay.
now about Trina.
Yeah, she has better
okay, so you're
Trio
finding out
contacts
about
than me.
Tria.
Yeah.
So
And I'll call.
I will
QuickBooks.
find out about QuickBooks.
Kelly's
Link,
gonna do QuickBooks.
you're gonna do QuickBooks as well? Okay.
She's already working with.
And were you calling someone or no? You're doing it.
Kelly said she would, cause she has
Okay.
a contact at
Great.
Trio who helps with that stuff
So
already.
Kelly, you're gonna give us Trio and QuickBooks.
And the bank.
Yeah, if they get back to you, the bank as well. If not,
Thank you.
they're off the list. Does anyone have any other comments about credit cards? It's taking way longer than it should, but.
I have used QuickBooks, credit cards.
Yeah.
And it just plugs right in.
Yeah,
You just
and
swipe
then
it,
it
goes right into
syncs
the
to your
system.
QuickBooks so that you
It's
can
no-
get
there's no
reports.
transfer or nothing, it's
And you don't have to
automatic.
enter it,
It's easy.
which would be great, because then you don't have to do more work.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Great with me.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm done.
To other business, I need whoever wants to sign this, to sign this. This is just the, form to make me the addressing officer. I meant to have one of you guys sign it last time, and it got underneath a bunch of papers, so I completely forgot, so whoever wants to do it,
Go ahead, Tom.
that's fine. Got that. Cindy is gonna be here around 6-ish.
Okay, so we need to let everyone know, we have let go of our code enforcement and plumbing. officer. We are replacing said plumbing officer and CEO after many complaints from many separate parties about our CEO. Does anyone have any questions about that?
So is, the new one's not on board yet?
No.
Okay. So she-
Has been spoken to, but not working here yet. So right now we are code enforcement officer,
And
free.
plumbing inspector out.
yes.
Okay.
So she's both.
Right, but
Right,
right
but
now,
we
we
don't
don't
have
have
one right now.
anybody.
Because
Correct.
she's not
Hopefully later.
hired yet.
Do we use,
Maybe tonight?
Yes.
are you using Belfast as a replacement,
For what?
code enforcement?
No.
Nobody.
Well, we've only been without for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully tonight we won't be without.
Okay.
We have a backup person who's gonna be spoken to hopefully tonight.
Okay.
Did you have more on your business?
No, I think that's it.
I just had the sign ordinance, conversation for Craig. I asked to come and talk with us about, Waterville Road. Constant, not being, the easiest thing to rectify the issue is going to be a sign ordinance. Where he has large signs, we can say what size sign you can have. And basically, so that you're not restricting people from having a sign that says like, I'm voting for so-and-so, like, you can put whatever you want on your own lawn. But it can't have, we have to be very specific with the language, it cannot be vulgar. What does vulgar mean? I.e., whatever.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you sent me a law. That's the only thing I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
From 77, which doesn't technically pertain to this, because it's
Is
a,
it commercial though?
no, the law that you sent me basically is names of places
Okay,
law, so I read through it. It's only, this law only legislates, you name a road,
mhm,
you name an area or a building or something like that. So I don't think this would apply, so I don't know if you have any other references from
Yes,
MMA
I
or
do.
the state, okay.
yes, I
So,
have,
because we need a direction on which way you want to go, because we're skirting First Amendment.
we're not, because MMA Legal sent me, I will, now that I'm on the Wi-Fi here, be able to pull this up. MMA Legal sent me the easiest thing, which was it's a packet on municipal sign regulation,
Right.
where he's also a commercial business, because he is selling saunas. Is he zoned for commercial?
We don't have commercial zones in this
Okay.
town, and he, as far as I know, and there would have to be research done, he has not had a ruling whether he is a commercial or a home-based business.
Okay,
So, from the town's standpoint, I'm not sure if we can call it a business where he hasn't had a ruling from the planning board.
mhm.
I don't know that, I don't know how far that can go, but, so, can you send me that?
I can send you this email, absolutely.
Yes.
She did say that the town can develop its own sign ordinance. We are in charge of that 100%.
Right, because we have one for the commercial right now,
Yes.
it's already in the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's for commercial signage, like business signage.
Right. But we can develop one,
We'd have to do something other than business signage,
yes.
correct?
So that's just on
That's
the
what
table
you're
for-
looking for, you're looking for other
conversation.
than commercial signage?
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing I'm a little worried about is if you go through the trouble of making an ordinance and knocking on this guy's front door and saying, hey, here's your new,
Here's your sign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried he's gonna push back and it's gonna be hard. And
I'm thinking along the same lines you are, because my thinking is that,
And I completely understand that what he's doing is ridiculous, but
Oh, I know.
I'm just worried that it's gonna be a Marvin Heemeyer type situation, you know what I mean?
It's
It's like,
still First Amendment. And if, I can see where if this was
Yes.
something that's in the road right of way, you could have an ordinance covering it. But if I have a sign that's back on my property, even if it's visible from the road, I can say whatever I want, and if you don't like it, that is just too bad.
You can, but,
I did some, sorry, I don't
No,
mean
go
to cut
ahead.
you off. I did, try to do some research on the guy from Swanville.
Yeah.
That-
oh yeah, Swan Lake Avenue.
And I could not find any news on it, but I don't think, cause I'm pretty sure that the state police and other people went regularly
Yep.
and found very little, other than there might have been some statements that this guy isn't making.
Yeah.
Some threatening statements.
With names.
yes.
With,
Yes.
right, but that would have been something different than what he was doing, and
Yes.
he had large signage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
And he was allowed, as far as I know, to continue.
right.
My theory is the First Amendment as well, because
Yeah.
That's a big hurdle to
If-
get over.
if
And
we
what's gonna
were
be the
to,
punishment?
if we were to do, well, it depends on what the ordinance says.
Right.
So, but the thing is, if we were to go down this road and do this, and
Mhm.
then he gets linked up with one of these First Amendment lawyers who
Yeah.
does it for free,
Yeah.
we are bankrupt,
Yeah.
That's right.
because they will
You can't
bankrupt
fight
us.
us.
100%, and
And I'm-
I'm hearing everyone, and
Yeah.
I'm
I'm fine with
in
working on
favor
something,
and
I just need
understand
a
everyone
direction
has,
that
their
we
rights.
needed to go. So if you have the packet,
I will
then the
send you the
planning
email.
board can discuss what we need to do.
Yeah.
The issue is, we need to finish the land use ordinance first.
Yep.
Because to put that on the shelf, we've already been on the shelf once.
I think also by having something in motion, it helps to maybe calm down the people who are emailing, talking about it in person, complaining, stopping to take pictures, to send
Yes.
me pictures.
He was,
I mean,
he was at his lowest point until someone called the state police. And then it just, the bomb went off.
Escalated, right?
Yeah.
He was down to
Yeah.
very, very little. You couldn't even make out most of what he wrote other than what's on his car.
yeah,
And that wasn't even much, really.
yeah,
And then the second the state police showed up,
Yeah, he got attention.
Yeah.
we got what we got, and
Mhm.
just threw the hell up, so.
Yeah.
But that has
Totally
nothing to do
understand.
with it. So, yeah, if we get the packet, then I'll have a direction you guys wanna go. And
I'll at
we can-
least email it to you so you can look it over. You can read what she said, but again, it's a long statute about Maine DOT regulations on roads, main roads, and what is visible to Maine billboard laws through Maine DOT on a state road, which I don't know if that's 137 is technically a
That's
state
a state
road.
road, yes.
So her billboard laws were what she was talking about. It's a lot of law, and I'm not a lawyer, but
That's fine.
I did call legal multiple times
So,
about this.
what I'll do is I'll take that packet,
Okay,
we will discuss it at the planning board a little bit, but like I
Okay.
said, we still have to finish the land use.
100%, but when I can tell
Yeah,
a
yeah,
citizen,
yes,
this is happening, then they
it's in
stop
process.
emailing me about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's up to you guys too, if you don't wanna go forward with this, and I don't wanna be the only person making this decision, so that's,
I don't think it's a fact of us not wanting to do anything about it. I think it's a fact that we're just worried about.
repercussions.
Where it's gonna go.
Absolutely.
Anything you put out there that's threatening to anybody?
The state police was there and
Depends.
found nothing.
Yeah.
They were already there, they said there was nothing they can do, and the officer said while he was talking to him, that he could see the level of this
Yeah.
guy just go right through the roof.
Yeah.
And then that's when
Yeah,
the whole thing just blew up right in his yard, it tripled overnight.
I think the concern too is just it continues to get further into the
Okay.
road. Like, there are multiple things that have been hung now from the mailbox that are like,
He has a sign
Closer to
thing
the
there,
road.
yes, he's hung a couple things, yeah.
there's been like a dirty diaper.
Yeah, I think that's gone now.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
but-
well, that was underwear, and then he had a box with more in them
Yes.
that I guess people could take. He has it plastered on the truck, on his
Yeah, we know, we've
car,
all been,
and he has a placard on a four-wheeler. and then he has it on the saunas.
I mean, it seems ridiculous that we even have to have this conversation, but it's obviously getting a lot of attention as well.
Why don't we take the information and see what we can do?
Exactly.
Diane?
Sorry.
So with doing a policy or an ordinance on this, generally all of those items, when those get, well, not necessarily a policy, but an ordinance,
Yeah.
would get reviewed by our lawyer anyway.
Yes.
Correct? So
Yes.
if this goes through our lawyer, wouldn't that help to make sure, mitigate our repercussions?
100%.
To ensure that
That's
we're not overstepping?
100%.
Okay.
For
Which-
First Amendment type
Right,
situation.
yes.
Like,
Like he'll be
Bill's gonna
able to
look at
say
it.
if this verbiage
Yeah.
could
Right.
not be sufficient or could be held against us.
Yes.
Yeah, he would look for it to make sure that,
Okay,
that
yeah.
it's legal.
I just wanna make sure.
The repercussions are still gonna come, because once something gets
Right.
served, he's just.
Yeah,
gonna
from
blow
him,
up.
from him
And we
personally.
can't stop that.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Sue?
I'm wondering if we're asking the right question and looking into the signs that's a product of somebody who's not emotionally stable. Perhaps we should be looking at somebody who's having a problem with dealing with life instead of his product of what's coming from that. I don't want to say mentally challenged or
Right.
deranged. But, you know, so just, yeah, I certainly did.
It's on video.
Is it on, oh my gosh, how did you delete that? I don't know, I figured it out later. But, yeah, is there another way to circumvent or to look at this from another perspective?
I did sign up and am still willing to go to his home and have a conversation with him and see if there's any headway that can nicely be made, and just to say, like, you're a part of a small community, you know, have a nice conversation with the gentleman.
You've
But
been there,
it
right?
seems like that's
You've
not
been there,
going to get anywhere from what everyone has mentioned. It seems like that's not going to go anywhere.
Can we,
Tom's
pers-
been there.
Okay,
yeah,
how did that go for you, Tom?
Get out.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Can we persuade you not to do that?
yeah,
I think if you go, it will ramp up again.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
that's what I've
But-
been told, so I.
Ramp it up.
I would be
Yeah.
tempted to explain to the people who would complain who he is, and just
Yeah,
I
Say
don't
we're
know
working
who
on it.
he
try to
is.
avoid fight.
I
Yeah.
don't know who he is.
Does he own that?
That we are working on it.
He
That's,
does.
I think
Rent it.
that's.
No, he owns it.
He owns it? Because I, for some reason,
Yep.
someone
Nope,
said he
I think
rented.
working on it, we can talk about this all day
That's-
Well,
long.
it's nothing you can do on that. is it?
We're working on it.
Craig, what's your email?
Waldo planningboard@gmail.com.
No.
Oh,
Oh, yes, yeah, you can send it to that one, sorry.
because I just put it
I
on the
heard
website.
Waldo, and I'm like,
Working
Waldo
on it.
Jessup, no. Yeah, I just created Waldo Planning Board at Gmail.
I was gonna say, I just put it on.
Yeah, sorry. I just built it. You'll be the first email.
I don't know, I didn't send you.
Oh.
I got something
Well,
easy
that's true.
All right, perfect.
for other business. When I was speaking with Earl out here, we went out and looked at
Selectman or road commissioner?
road commissioner.
Okay.
okay. Good job, good job.
We got talking about the footsteps because there was water out there at the time. And he mentioned and pointed out that it does drop off over here quite a bit. And an excavator with a ditching bucket could just make it so that it would drain right down that way. Perhaps put a small pad of concrete in front of the door where we have the tar now, so that it's maybe an inch and a half taller. And it should be an easy fix. He said probably do it for under $3,000. What I would like to do, I'll volunteer to do, is I have a laser level at the house. I'll come out and shoot it and see how much it actually drops.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he's right. I think that would be the easiest thing to do.
So I did meet with C&P, it's not CAP.
Okay.
It's C&P Construction. I
Okay.
did meet with him out here.
Okay.
And he absolutely looked at this option, and he's like, the only thing I'm kind of worried about, he's like, we could do a, I can't remember what he called it, but a swale.
That's it.
Swale,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, the only thing I'm worried about is if we get super heavy rain, is it overflowing basically. So his thought was to cut the asphalt, put like a French drain with filter fabric
Yep.
under it, perforated pipe going down into the like
That's what Tim
the
said.
rose
The structural
bush
engineer.
area, yeah. And he is gonna make us a
Well,
bid, a quote.
Great.
Yeah, and he's gonna drop it off probably Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay.
To do that. Kelly,
So that only solves part of the problem. Part of the problem is that it's been suggested that we enter from a different way, so that Diane is safer, or whoever's working in the office. That was part of the whole thing on coming in the side, was safety for people so they can get out. That's sort of what
The
precipitated all of this.
Right.
That we should be entering so that nobody has to be in the office with Diane, that the whole office should be reconfigured so that it is a safety thing.
What do you mean?
So that if she comes in and somebody's mad about paying a late dog fee and comes across the table at her, she can't go anywhere. If we have everything done outside, they're entering from here, she's got 2 ways to get out, or 3 if she wants to go in the office and lock the door. That's what precipitated, not the mud hole that we've put up with for 25, 20, 30 years, whatever it is, which is good to get rid of. And maybe we can design something, but the idea behind that was for safety reasons, to reconfigure the whole entryway, the whole office.
So if the door was put on the other side, the structural engineer said with the way that it's set up, you're still gonna have the same runoff
Right.
problem unless you do the ditching.
Again, that would
Because
be
you have the
something
same-
you shoot
you have
it
the
and
same
check
slope.
what the actual difference in height is.
Right, but that's what he said to us that day when we were sitting here. For the safety part, if you enter from a new side door, that gives you more
So,
safety?
that was only a piece of it.
Okay,
What has been advised by multiple people at this point, including a lot of residents who are just concerned for my safety. I didn't realize we lived in a scary town, but I mean, these days, I guess you never know who might show up. But whether we get the extra door or not, the biggest thing is moving my regular work, like I'll still have my office, but moving the rest of it out front. So that way I'm not trapped in an office with somebody, because if you've
okay.
come into my office, they sit directly in front of the door.
yeah,
So I did have someone very disgruntled one day, luckily it's only been one person in the 3 years I've been here, who was very mad about paying a late dog fee. And they were slamming the desk, calling me names. It's the only time I've felt truly unsafe in the office. And I realized in that moment, like, I have no escape if
Yep.
somebody was really hostile and wanted to come in and harm me. Like, I don't have a choice.
So there's no sense in spending a whole lot of money to fix that if we're gonna go the other route.
I think those are 2 separate issues.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to
Well,
just
can
do a
be, they don't
wall,
have to be.
safety wall?
that makes sense to me.
If you
And
didn't
most
have people
towns-
come into the office and the counter went
Right.
across, you'd have the same benefit.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right. Well, so what the idea was, is, if we moved the counter that's out there right now, that's kind of just in the middle of the room, if we put that blocking the 2 offices and then put like a little gate or something at the end so that people aren't just walking behind it and nobody's going into the offices anymore, which
Right.
also helps protect the security of the documents that we have here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is really important too, so it's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. And then the thought was, is if we had the 3rd door, so people are coming in, the 3rd door, it gives an alternate, cause you would get a clear shot of who's coming in, cause right now, I have no idea until somebody walks up to the counter, I can't see them from my office. Like, I don't have a window that looks out to the parking lot, so I don't see anything. So the thought was, if I'm out there, I'll be able to see exactly who's coming in through that door, and if, let's say, somebody had a weapon of some sort, I would have the side door that's currently the front door, I would have the door to come out here, or I could lock myself in the office and jump out a window if I needed to, or whatever the case may be. I know these are really extreme circumstances, but after the incident last year, our auditor was very aware of everything, because he was in Lewiston at the time, so he was like, this is not okay, we can't do this. And I've actually had a few folks from town who are concerned about it, along with our new EMA officer who also works for the sheriff's department, who has brought it up as well. I don't know why everybody this year has noticed it, when it's been like that since 2001, but.
Well, since we built the building.
Yeah, 2001.
Oh, was that when you
Yeah.
built it?
Yeah, that's when Sandra said it was built. I don't
No, it
know.
was before that.
Oh, either way, so it's been like that for over 25 years at this point, and so.
So
But yeah, they
maybe
certainly
the
could be
safety-
separate, they could
So
be
you
separate.
use the front entrance as an employee entrance. only.
Right,
And then the other
basically.
one would become the customer,
Right.
or
Right.
the resident entrance.
And that originally was all gonna be part of the grant that was going to be requested, that the previous select board had spoken about.
The grant
With
that
getting
we-
the roof and doing new floors out there, cause I'm sure you've noticed the rug is really wrinkled and a tripping hazard. I definitely think, because obviously we aren't going to have the money to do all of that immediately, that's something we're gonna have to budget for. But I will say, the way that the front door is right now is a serious liability for us. In the winter, it is glare ice. The other, and I
Yeah,
mean, when
you're
I brought it
talking
up to you guys, somebody had
drainable.
tripped in the mud, and so
If it's
either
only $3
way,
grand to fix it,
even if
that's
we
not
get a
much.
second door, even if that door is going to remain, even as an employee entrance, that could still be a liability.
Yeah.
So
I think at
we
this
need to
point
fix
too,
that.
like, I think it'd be good, to take them separate. We've already at least started with the front door,
Right.
continue to find out if it's gonna be about $3,000. Either way, it needs to be fixed, it's a liability. And then find out maybe some quotes on how we could reposition the office, what would be the layout and how much it would cost.
And maybe we could just reposition with what we've got and see how it works.
Yeah, I think really the only thing we need to do that's a huge issue out there is getting rid of that rug and putting something different down, cause that rug
Well, I
is.
think if your safety is first before
Well,
the
yeah,
rug too.
yeah.
I mean,
But if we're gonna be moving
No.
everything anyway, if we can do it all at the same time,
Yeah.
kind of a deal, you know what I mean? Cause that counter, I'm guessing, is quite heavy. I don't think that's gonna move easy.
Looking into potentially getting some quotes on repositioning the office, is that something that you wanna look into, or do you want us to look into that?
I'd say get the mud hole fixed first and then we can
Right,
work on.
well, and we can draft up a plan maybe before we reach out to anybody for quotes.
Right.
Of how we want to reposition. I mean,
I think
actually,
also though, if it's safety though, I think that,
Yeah, but we can reposition that.
well, we'll need a
desk.
third computer too, is the other thing. Like, it's not going to be a free, cause really, a lot of it we could probably do ourselves
Yeah.
realistically, moving stuff. But there are the expenses of, like, we will need a new computer out there, to be separate, and we need to have a locking cash drawer and all kinds of things installed into that counter if we choose to use that counter. So maybe we can work up a plan that we can present, and then we can go from there for
and we can
determining,
have it
getting
before
quotes.
we have to start
Or come and shoot
budgeting for
for
next
it.
year.
Right, yeah, yeah.
It'll just give us more information, nothing else.
Okay, great.
I mean, maybe a good idea is to turn the counter into, a Lexan wall and add a door to the left, and that's her security.
I mean, you could just use this door and bring the counter down this way, and have it come
Yeah.
across the room and do the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's any way that,
You guys could only enter that way, and everyone else could enter this door too,
Right.
and come into the office,
Yeah.
an existing door. But-
Belfast has a good setup,
Yeah.
where they just turned it into a Lexan wall,
And there's plexiglass and,
right?
That's how Sears Mont is, it's a high,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
super
leave the
high counter
counter.
that you walk up
Yeah.
to and all their
Yeah,
desks.
leave the
and-
counter that height, so
Yeah.
that way they can,
Right.
it's not like
There's
they
100
can
different
all
things
over
we could
things.
do.
Right.
Are we still on other business?
No, hold on.
No, I've got lots of other business.
Oh, go ahead.
So that's the first thing right there. I don't think it's anything anybody cares about, it's just saying how much money we got back in the workers' comp, because nobody claimed anything.
How much we have?
$551
$551.
back, yeah. I don't even know if we paid that much in, if it was true. And so I emailed you, because Doug's done some stuff, I don't know if you two know. Doug's
I saw
painted the thing, I only sent it to you, I
Oh.
didn't. Because I thought, because it might be my bad, I thought you were taking care of it, so that's why I only emailed it to
Painted
you.
what?
He painted the line around the sand shed.
Oh, okay, yep.
There was a few pictures of it, and he has a list of other things that he's done. So, that's moving along. I told him that we had the engineering study, and that there's some sort of, I don't know what it is, spray foam cement that's gonna be, that probably he can do. And I said somebody would be in touch with him for that. That, and what do you wanna do about all these fire department bills?
What all these fires?
All those ones that I've hung on to because they're way over what he said he was gonna spend. I have on the warrant the testing that you guys said that, so it's about
What's
$2 grand.
So that's total, it's over? $2 grand?
No, he's, I believe he'll be over $4,000 when I pay all of these.
When would they do?
It looks like
Um,
you have him at, for the fire department building,
No, this is equipment.
okay. $9,998.09 has been spent so
Okay,
far.
so 2,000 more today for the testing, so that puts him over 1,000. And then this will be another 2,000, so he'll be over by 3,000.
So where are we gonna get the money for this?
The checks are not gonna bounce.
The money from
But
the
he
has
overrun,
account
for the
where
money
it's come
from the
from.
overrun was in the account from last year. That got rolled into the general account. That's still there. That money's still there. These
Right.
bills need to be paid.
Right,
The
That's
bills
fine.
need to be paid.
Yeah.
period.
Well, yes, I'm just trying to figure out where it's
Yeah.
coming from,
It's-
since
it-
it's not coming.
Because,
He'll be over budget.
right, but the money is gonna get taken from what was rolled into the general account.
no, we're gonna have to find another account to take it from, because that, you can't just take it like
You
that.
have 4 accounts, correct?
I have 4 bank accounts. We have multiple bookkeeping accounts.
Yes, that's why, do you have the balances on those?
What do you, it wouldn't print off for me, so.
Okay, what's the
3295.
balance in the fire department equipment?
Oh, well, we started with 10.
Okay, so less than $2,
Yeah, but there's $2,000 you're paying today,
okay,
so he's under.
so I
I
have,
mean, over.
Do we have a reserve account for that particular thing?
There, last year, there was money left from the fire department budget. And according to our auditor, we start at 0. So that money still exists.
Right, that's what I mean, the checks will
Does it
not
go,
bounce.
does it go to the reserve account?
It
No, it
doesn't,
does
no,
not. Reserve accounts are the only ones that roll over, that keep their balances in.
but
there.
that money still exists.
No, I understand that part, but I mean, you have to, I understand that part. What-
Right.
I
it's
think
a-
it has
it's
to go
a-
on the special town meeting and ask the board, ask the body if they want to raise the extra 3,000 because we're already overspent.
Well, pay the bills, he'll be over budget. The bills have to be paid.
Right, I agree.
We'll be over budget and
I mean, one of these bills is over past due, and if we lose the ability to have our equipment tested,
Right, I paid-
we're in bad, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
that one-
because we're in
yeah.
bad shape if that
Yeah.
one, if they are like,
But
well,
it's-
they're not paying their bills,
But at
let's
some
not do
point in
business.
time, all these department heads need to realize, when he asked the person that has the money, do I have any money? And I said, no. And he
you
asked somebody
can't
else,
spend more.
and he asked somebody else, and they said, yes, you do.
I realize-
He chose to believe that
I
person and
realize
not
that,
me,
yes.
the one that's got,
I think
book in
also
front of
we
them,
all
so-
need to circle back to the conversation we had when Rodney was here. I think it was the first time we met with him about the first questionable bills and say, you need to maybe come to a select board meeting and we'll vote on where you're going to get your supplies from, so that we have more control if he's out, if he's not someone who can control his spending,
Right, we
then
want-
he needs checks and balances.
We asked for large expenditures to come to us first.
Yes,
Yes, we did.
because there could be
And-
alternative options.
but he
that
turned
didn't know
these
about.
in the very next week after he told you guys there was nothing else out there, and that you said, okay, for the 2,000, that we would eat the 2,000 to have the hoses tested.
I was in ladder testing, we
Yeah.
knew about that.
So in the fire department building reserve, in the building reserve, it said that we have $2,000.
No, that was, is that what it says, or is it?
That's what it's appropriated for 2025.
Appropriate, yeah, so there's more than that in there.
So if we have the fire department building reserve, could we just use that since it's still under fire department?
You could use the fire department equipment reserve.
I
Because
thought you
it's for,
said there wasn't a reserve.
Well, that's what I asked, I was wondering if there was a reserve.
oh, did I say no?
Yeah,
Oh, I apologize. No, yes, there's a fire department equipment reserve, I apologize.
So how much is in the reserve?
this says 10,000 was appropriated for 2025 in equipment. And then reserve says
That's on the
2,000,
other
I'm reading that right? Right, cause I'm trying to go line,
That looks like 2,000.
right, so there's,
So there was, it says remaining was 6523, and then appropriated was 2,000 more, so there should really be $8,523 in the reserve.
So there should be more than enough to at least pay the bills out of
I
the
mean,
reserve
if I'm
account.
reading it correctly, which,
I'm asking the same
So
thing.
what's the process? Does the town body have to appropriate the reserve to come forward, or is it the board can appropriate the reserve to go forward?
I
To go come back into general?
In my opinion, the town voted on what was appropriated
So you guys
in
could,
that account.
you could
So
move
we
Yeah.
can
We
say,
move,
yes,
because that's
write the
just like
check for this.
correct,
Excuse me,
so,
that's just like the sand shed.
technically with the reserve, he's not over. If you were to use it.
He's over budget, but
He-
it's
he
just
is
like
over
when we
budget,
spent
but-
money on sand last year, we went over budget on that.
But
And there
roads
was
are
no
something
special
different,
town
roads are
meeting for
something
that.
considered totally different, because you have to keep your roads plowed and sand, and you have to keep them up to.
well, we need a fire department, in my opinion.
We
No,
absolutely
we do, but at what point do we, I mean, so
Current him,
why do
yes.
we have a budget? If, so Tom as road commissioner can spend $6 million, well, we'll have to come up
So
with
it all comes down to, the fire department was defunct
Yep.
for a long time, and
Yep.
we all know that.
Yep.
Rodney stepped in, and I'm not trying to say what, overspending is okay, but he's doing his best to get the fire department
Yes.
back into shape. And
100%.
the
But he
budget
bought it-
wasn't enough to begin with, and
Well,
I
have-
think he probably knew that.
But he bought a TV, he bought a computer and a washing machine.
So I think we
He'd
all
have
need,
enough right there to pay all these.
I think we all need to go back to budget, which is what we're going to be working on in the fall.
Mhm, mhm,
And we need to have exact numbers, like
Mhm.
this expense year to date.
mhm.
Great, but we need to know more than that too. We need to dive into every line item of exactly what's left in each check register, line items of check register, because if we're gonna make a better budget to be able to, we really have to make a more clear budget, and I think we need to really have this to make this. We need to have a check
Yes.
register
Yeah.
to make this and find out exactly what was spent.
Right.
And then we need to forecast forward to, okay, what
Right.
are our projections for this year?
Right.
Thankfully, the mill rate has just come down on our land.
And he spent a lot this year to get fire department back into shape, so hopefully next year it won't be as, alarming. The spending won't be so alarming, I hope.
But
And-
again, after talking with other towns, they're voting on even what's used on the town credit card. Everything that's spent, the select board is voting on, so I think we need to be more transparent and clear with spending, because we're never gonna be able to make a proper budget if we don't know everything that's going out. I mean, if I don't know everything that's going out of my household, how am I gonna know how much money I have?
Yep.
You know,
I do.
and that's not just to you, Kelly, that's.
No, I know.
You know,
Yeah.
that's a group conversation
Yeah,
of,
100%.
we're picking up and trying to start from scratch in the middle of a year. And we're all learning, but we need to have the most information to be able to make a proper budget. Otherwise, we're gonna be like, well, I have no idea,
Right,
where are we gonna get this money from?
right. And there'll always be incidentals that you don't account for, like,
Exactly.
oh, we
Which is
blew a
what
tire
that
on the
is for.
truck, or we,
Exactly.
there's gonna always be something that isn't foreseen. But the big expenditures, hose testing, ladder testing,
Yeah.
turnout gear,
Mhm.
all that stuff needs to be, we really need to know how much, yes.
And even to say,
agree.
like, let's forecast for
Right.
that and say, we know that there are things that are gonna
Right.
come up, so instead of being at the bare
Right.
minimum, why don't we leave $5,000 extra dollars in that account, or whatever, I'm just
Right.
using that as an example, we need to
Right.
make a better budget,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Agreed. Greg,
So you could take a vote right now and bring that over and wipe out the issue from the,
Yes.
from the, from the
I don't know, I have
reserve.
to ask.
from the fire department reserve account,
From the equipment reserve, and then
No, yeah,
that's,
I
a
can-
that
we
would
can
be,
all do
that'd
that.
take care of the problem.
Because that's,
To pay this
It brings it over, and then you've kind of added to it, but you've paid the bills,
mhm.
kind of,
It's already been
Correctly.
voted on by the town for appropriation, so I don't see why we can't say, yes, it's
I
under.
don't have the answer to that without asking the auditor, so if you guys want to say, go ahead and do that, then I won't ask the auditor and I'll,
Go ahead and do it.
I would say go ahead and do it. It's in that account.
Want a
use
no
motion?
reason not
use
to.
the, yes, I do.
Yeah, I make a motion. Gotta go ahead and pay bills.
out of the reserve.
I'll second it, Tom. All in favor?
Can
Wrong meeting.
I can't put that on next week,
What,
this stuff,
next week's warrant?
because you can't sign that outside of a public meeting.
Okay, so
So
the
it's
week
gonna have to be
after?
2 weeks, yeah. 3 weeks, whatever it is, pay fire department. And you don't want me to double check with the auditor?
I mean, I don't think there's a problem because
Okay.
it's been voted on by the town for that amount.
I agree.
And they already said it's a reserve for the fire department.
Yep.
Equipment,
No,
so.
and I'm not arguing, I'm just trying to make it perfectly clear that I don't wanna get caught doing anything against the rules, so. It's on the record!
You're
The
covered.
townspeople already voted for it.
Yeah.
So,
Anything else in other business?
Oh, nope, that was it, for me.
Diane?
Alright, sorry. So, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Tax bills have been mailed.
Great.
So those are good to go. We've already gotten, I think, a little over 6,000 for 25 taxes from the notice we sent out. Oh, sorry, did you want to? From the notice that went out. So, from the notice that we sent out in regards to 24 taxes, because liens are about to go on, I sent that out 2 weeks ago. We've gotten around 10,000 back from that, so we are making some headway there as well. And I did get this by fax the other, on Thursday for you guys to review. It's a, poll permit.
Oh, yeah, and this is why I was driving down Birches Road. This is like a weird, it's not a, what do they call it, a regular poll permit is a what?
To set a poll?
Yeah,
It's not an 1190.
1190, it's not,
Okay.
yeah,
Not an
it's-
1190.
it's not an 1190.
Okay, because 1190 would be to us.
So,
Not an 1190.
this map is so hard to read, but basically, it's after, you go down Birches Road, it's probably 3/4 of a mile on the right, there's a cell phone tower.
Yeah.
They want permission to put a pole in for their cell phone tower power. So
Isn't that
There's
little
already a
late?
pole, there's already a pole there.
no, there's not.
The wires are run to it.
The wires are run down to a anchor into the ground.
They're not gonna use the pole that's there.
There's no pole there. There's no pole there. I didn't see one.
No, high voltage, they can have a separate pole.
Yep. Yeah, the lines just literally go down to an
Yeah,
anchor in the ground.
because the house across the street, I thought used the pole that's right there. I'd have to look, I thought there was a pole there.
There may be, but,
Yeah,
Yeah, they have to set,
yeah.
okay.
they got a different hookup, high voltage.
They can't use the
They're gonna be
regular
high-
It's just a
they're gonna be
permit for
higher.
them to
They're
get a
gonna
pole,
see the
but
pole.
isn't that late if they've already built the tower?
So they're gonna be, use the
Isn't
regular
that late if
lines.
they've already
It's sort of
built
a
the tower?
formality.
It's not done yet. Apparently they've
Oh.
been working on it for like 3 years.
My gosh.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I drive
can
by
see
all the
what the
time.
contractor is using, because the
Oh,
gate
okay.
is set.
I thought there was a pole right
If
there.
there was, they would show them the pole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to physically drive down there because I couldn't make heads or tails of the map because it's like a copy of a copy of a copy.
Well, and it doesn't really look like a
Verizon's
map.
coming,
Looks
so
like-
just to let
Which
you
side
guys
of the road is
know.
it on?
Yes.
As
Verizon's
you go
coming.
down.
If you turn from here, it's on the right.
They're coming to our next meeting.
Before.
Oh, coming to your next
To get
meeting.
well,
It's right before.
they need a ruling that they don't need a permit. So they have to come to the meeting so that we can say they don't need a permit.
I see,
Which is what we did with the tower.
Yeah.
'Cause they didn't need a permit for the tower.
right. Okay,
So it's just a formality so that they can have it in their legal form. So
I
they
was
can
gonna
do their
say,
thing.
isn't it a little late if they've already built the tower?
No, the tower building is a different company. This
No, I'm
is-
just joking around, because what if we said no?
Oh,
What are they gonna do? You know, they already
Yeah.
built the tower.
No joking, cut it out.
True.
Very serious.
Can we get some Bluetooth power?
Sure. You already built it. Here's your pole permit.
Didn't the tower company come with 1194?
Not since I've been involved in the planning board since March.
They
Could
came,
be before then.
you made them come from Massachusetts,
For the tower itself,
right?
I might be thinking of something
No,
else.
I'm pretty sure it was
They
a-
didn't come for an 1194, did
Yeah,
they? So if they came for an 1194, they were hooking up to what was there, because that's a hookup.
right. As far as I can remember, that is the hookup.
That'd be on the other end of that primary they run in, that'd be up by the tower. That's the pole.
No, because the 1190 would be the hookup to the regular.
No, it'd be, wasn't it, wasn't it poured just to set the pole?
Yeah.
He's so not listening.
Secondary would be from the tower.
Yeah, okay, now, I was
That's what
overthinking it, sorry.
service equipment be on the other end.
That was overthinking. Because they call both of those forms pole permits, and we're trying to get away from calling the 1190 pole permit, because it's not.
Just for service.
Jesus, I haven't been drinking yet.
Yeah, but it had been historically called a pole.
Maybe you should have. I know, maybe I should have
We,
the,
we
cocktail
didn't
too.
name any of them.
Glory Hill.
So they're running the primary up in there.
Yeah, because they were to read it.
90
And
would
then
be
we
up
have
at the end
the
of
water
that.
access office up,
Yeah, they love it, yeah.
and then Diane signs here.
Well, that'll help with the coverage, because coverage is spotty bad.
I put a cell phone antenna in. Worked perfect.
Yeah.
Before he signs, does the warrant, do you wanna add
Zero
other business
bars to
or
four.
issues here?
It's okay.
Oh, gotcha.
We have 3 different.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so. And I haven't gotten any wrong papers from anybody.
Well, no, the reason I was asking was because we're trying to debate the money taking. And I should be taking, the planning board should be taking money. Others do it. So, I don't want to be. We're trying to figure out the best process
Yep.
for it.
I'll ask Marcus.
The best process to take the fees for building permits and stuff. Once we change the ordinance.
Right.
To
Yeah,
have
I'll
it
ask
go to
Marcus.
Diane directly, rather than through us.
I'll ask Marcus right now. I can get it.
We have done money.
We had, I heard legit.
No, I'm not bonded to take money, so we're trying to get the money taken out of the plan. So we're trying to figure out a process that works. So. That doesn't complicate.
What price is that?
I had a lady call me today and ask about property on Swan Lake.
Did you sell it?
No, she's like, oh, we're interested in buying it, and we're trying to find out, I'm like, I don't know why you're calling me. Well, you're Waldo County. No, now Waldo, yeah, Waldo County.
We get that on the daily.
Crazy.
I'm not Waldo County.
Yeah, they think this is Waldo County headquarters. I didn't know there was such a thing,
All right,
but,
well, it kinda is, but
Well-
not here.
but not for all of your in-towns.
Yeah.
That and Waldoboro.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is it the 250,
Yep.
250? I have 60 there, I have 260.
No, CEO is 45 and then 87. The total he took in for this permit was 265, the total for this one
To
was 60.
clarify.
The state got
Okay.
15.
Yep.
Beer.
It's a cause no cause. Sadly.
White lightning?
You wouldn't know it, would you? Looks like well water.
White lightning?
Jeez, pass that around, Sue. My God, Frank.
Get your own straw.
I know.
This is being recorded, you know.
Get that,
She'll edit it later.
There it is. Mm.
get that still
There
on
we
the
go.
back shed, huh?
Mhm. People think it's for the brain for the chickens.
I knew you were growing
No.
corn for something.
Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. I took stock out in ball jars.
Is that the jar that can take the microwave?
It is, but
There's
don't,
another type of jar that won't take the microwave,
oh,
similar to that.
This
Really?
one was 60.
this will take the microwave, but you have to take the top off first.
Right,
Yeah.
Loosen.
Well, with my second microwave, then I figured that out, so.
Oh, okay.
There's a
So
certain
this
design which you built
is
for a
320.
microwave and not, but it's almost the same.
Oh.
There's something about a shoulder.
If you add David's
On the
portion,
jar.
two portions.
Right.
that's
You
it.
have the
Subtracted
shoulder.
from that.
This is-
325.
Yep.
I see.
No, 320.
Wide mouth.
So this,
Wide
No,
mouth,
this is what the
you
two
can
total permits, this
freeze.
is what I received, this is our receipt.
The other
Our receipts.
ones
So
with the
these two permits
shoulder,
together,
you
the amount of
cannot.
money David gave me was
So it's
325.
freezing.
If you add up the
You can
dispersal.
microwave either one of them,
Right?
but freezing them is just the straight ones.
I see. You have them
Yeah.
separated.
So,
Okay.
because if you don't,
Yes.
it will expand out this way
Trees,
and
he's
crack
like, the
it.
ground comes
With a
back.
shoulder.
He's like, I'm just worried.
Without the
that
shoulder,
heavy
it can
rain
freeze
or in the
straight up.
springtime, that this
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing will
Well,
flood.
we were also talking.
I know.
Yeah.
About parking.
I thought it was.
Because
Yeah.
everything is out, everything green.
Yeah.
is there. And it doesn't need to be that way. Even up on the roads, where the roads washed out, up on the tar, and that should be the state's responsibility.
Right.
If funded
Yeah,
that
the cemetery
way.
down there, correct, is bad. Again, you know, that Toyota Camry and all.
Yeah, my wife went in and just, I could hear it, because I got that fur. And then I heard it come in and it just went right across the whole bottom.
Well, because the camera, we stopped taking that down, we had the mower on the loss down there all.
But this was happening, is all the silt is up there before it's down here.
Yes, I think that's exactly what he said. Kelly?
That's still,
Pretty
you
old.
I run the skid steer down there.
So we have moved on to
Walter's got one down there.
public comment. Does anybody have anything they would like to discuss or comments on anything? Go ahead.
I'm thinking of digging a small pond on our property.
What's your name?
Richard Ferguson,
Okay, and where do you live?
1082 Waldo Station Road.
Okay.
Right next to the tracks there.
Yep.
And behind our house and garage is an area that looks like it would be good for a pond. And we were gonna have Derek Larrabee dig it out, and he said, probably should check with the town first and the DEP, because he's been in situations where he needed a permit, so I'm asking if I need a permit, and if so, what's the process? And not, but I just hear your CEO and plumbing person's gone, so.
And currently you do not need a permit, correct?
Depends, it depends on, well, not from us, but if you get into shoreline, you're gonna have to get into
Correct.
DEP, you're gonna have to get into
Depends on where it
environmental, all
is.
that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if it's in shoreline, I don't think it is, but it could be.
You got to look at map.
I have
Sure.
a tax map.
Would it be a fire pond?
But that might be just a
could
conversation
be.
with them.
So, yeah, so,
Yeah.
what's that? Yeah, you
Just a
two,
conversation.
You can come just to the planning board meeting for that.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
know
need
who
a-
to see, so.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
select
you,
board will.
yeah, come see us at the planning board meeting,
Okay,
just first Tuesday of the month,
okay.
and, we can pull out the map, I don't have it on me, sorry.
I'm not gonna be here on the first Tuesday, so have to be following month.
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll have to pull up the shoreline, and see if it's in it. If it is, then we would have to see if we have to take care of it, or if the state, or at what level has to
Yeah,
be.
I had a phone number from somebody from DEP that supposedly knows about this stuff, but
Yeah,
all I got was their answering machine.
Yeah. yeah, just come to the next planning board meeting you can,
Okay,
and we can go over that.
okay.
Yep, that would be the best process.
Perfect.
All right.
Anyone else?
I'm all done.
Anyone
I
else?
put it,
Thank you.
advice, I put a fire tube in there for the fire department, draw water out of it, for fire protection on your home.
I had thought about that, but I don't know about that.
They can discuss that afterwards, but we can keep it moving.
So,
Thank you.
sorry we didn't have a better answer at
Well,
this
that's
time
okay, at
for
least you
you.
got an answer.
Okay.
I hope you
Planning
find
board
a
will help
plumbing
you out.
inspector soon.
Have,
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Oh, that's
So
just
was
a-
there any other comments on anything? So I'm going to move that we enter an executive session, and we will be, let's see, MRS 405, we will be in letter A, we will be in letter D, and we will be in letter F. We will be, letter F will be first. We will be dealing with the letter F first. So at this time,
We have a second.
I'll second executive session
Oh, okay,
at
never mind.
6:33.
6:33, okay.
yeah, that's you.
Feel free to wait around.